just want to talk about like what
Dude,
our trading plan is?
Yeah, and how I lost everything I have.
You lost your funded.
Basically, I lost a $7,000 payout to
That's
everyone
bogus.
watching this. So, yeah. Let's just talk about that a little, right?
Yes, but first I need to say something here.
Okay.
Just need to talk about my beautiful trade today and
Okay.
what went wrong and why I didn't get filled out.
Fill me in on this trade so I can look at it on the charts.
Okay.
What time was it?
The trade started today around 9 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, 9 o'clock. I'm marking 9 o'clock out.
Okay, so I previously looked around 8:30, 8:30ish, right when this happened.
Right.
And you can mark out previous liquidity to the left. It currently sweeped, right?
Yeah, that's an hour. That's an hour liquidity sweep.
Yeah, you get that nice liquidity sweep, and if you go down to the 5 minute, there's a break in structure of all of these, right?
Wait, let me look. We swept. Oh yeah, we swept those hourly lows.
Are you on 5 minute right now?
Yep.
Okay, so you can see this. There's around 8.
Wait, one sec, guys. So the liquidity sweep happened here on the hourly. Okay, yeah, and then you're waiting for a break of structure.
Yes, so I waited. You know these two blue candles or whatever your bullish candle is.
Yeah, the most recent ones. Yeah.
Yes, and then you see that huge kind of like it's not a doji, but it's like the bearish candle.
Inverted white hammer one.
Yes.
Is it the one filling and then closing just a little bearish?
Yes.
No, yeah.
It's just like.
Or is it sandwiched in between two blues?
Sandwiched in between two blues.
Okay, yeah, he's talking about this one right here.
I used that as a order block because it went to the opposite direction of the trend.
That makes sense, yeah.
And it was
so this is the order block right here. Okay, yeah, I see it.
It was a great entry.
Oh, and then you waited for price to come back down into it.
This perfect white kind of hammer, like crazy doji that went on into it.
Was that at 9:30 exactly? The 9:30 5-minute candle?
Yeah, and I took the trade. Well, I took it a little before, right? Because
yeah, so you took it when it came kind of into the order block area.
Yeah.
Were your stops below the order block?
My stops. I was doing this on my phone, so the price was large. So I thought the price of my stop loss was very low, very far, like a 1 to 5.
Okay, yeah.
And it was below the most recent lows and not below the order block. So I got taken out before my trade actually hit. So that's what caused kind of like the miss. I don't know. My trade didn't hit. That's all that matters. It should have, but it was kind of like a faulty.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I see the trade. You're hitting. You entered off, and then what were you targeting? Which highs?
I was targeting. Where was I targeting? I was targeting. Let me look at the. 15.
I'm looking at the 4 hour.
I'm going to the 4 hour. Sorry.
There's 4 hour highs, kind of.
All right, I was targeting these highs. So if you go to the 4 hour.
Yeah, I think I see those.
There's a bunch of accumulation and.
Yeah.
You see, this guy actually got swept just now. You see this? All the left of it got swept.
Like in real time data, I'm on bar replay.
No, it's on real time. Like you can see all the way over to November Wednesday.
Yeah.
24th.
All right, let me play this trade out to see. Let me just play it out. Boom! You would have hit. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it's a great trade.
You could have hit a. You would have hit at that sweep a 1 to 6.
Yeah.
Holy crap! But that right there, guys, is what a good trade looks like. Holy shit.
I need to plug my stuff in.
That's ridiculous. So basically, I'll talk a little bit about my trade and how I screwed over my whole account. First 2 days of being 18, I was able to rack up seven fat G's on this funded account. And
so tell us, how are you feeling? How are you feeling when you
go? Dude, I felt rich. I've never had $7,000 in 2 days. That's honestly insane. I felt like a rich, awesome guy. Right? And then I was like, oh, I'm so good at trading. I'm just going to risk all $7,000 to make like $30,000 and make a shit ton of money. And that's exactly where I went wrong and left the trading plan. I left the trading plan and I risked way more than 1 to 2% of my account. And it was the third trade of the day. And statistically speaking, after your first trade of the day, those trades after, if you're more of a 5-minute trader, the trades after your first trade of the day have an 80% chance of a loss. So, and keep in mind, this was the third trade and I was risking all $7,000, all my profits. And
Okay.
yeah, the trade didn't hit and I got blown out.
So what we can take from this kind of mistake that went wrong, right, is where you kind of had these 2 to 3 good trades. Well, these two good trades, and you felt on top of the world. Like you could just do it again, and you could easily make this money, and you just pass, right?
Yeah.
But where you went wrong, right?
Psychology. It all comes down to the psychology, honestly.
See, its trading plan is just sticking to that certain trading plan, even if you feel like you can just get another good trade in. Like, you shouldn't be going against the trade.
Right. If I stick to the plan, the trading plan works. Me and Jack, my cousin Jack, have have the same exact trading strategy, and it works.
See, like, for the past...
Dude, look at that sweep. Holy shit, Jack.
No.
That just happened?
I was going to enter off of that, actually.
That sweep?
In the 5-minute as well. At the top of, very top of my
take profit,
it made this high right here, and then around 2 hours later. But so, you see, what you guys can take from this, right, is this was a mistake. It was, and everyone was a mistake, right?
It's a canon event, guys. Every trader that ends up being rich as balls has to go through a economic downturn within their trading, because everyone here, everyone watching the videos probably knows who TJR is. Bro flipped $12,000 into 120 in 2 days and then lost it all in a day. So, and that's when he really understood the importance of risk management and how it actually works and how you need to have good risk management. Because if you don't have good risk management, it's literally gambling. This is gambling. The risk management and the strategy is what makes it not gambling.
So let's get into that, actually, the gambling part of things, right? So when your friends or your family says, "Wow, you're just going to be the gambler of the family," see,
I know.
You can.
Then you look at them and you say, "Someone has to be the first millionaire."
Yeah. See, that's either you can take that as motivation, or you can take that as kind of wow, they don't believe me.
You should take everything as motivation, bro.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything is motivation. But okay, but let's talk into the gambling part of trading. What you don't want to do to make this kind of like a gambling addiction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about how kind of your first, kind of like you going into your funding accounts. Like if you're gonna buy a fund, right?
Yeah.
You need to go into it, kind of just knowing that you're gonna lose the money.
Facts.
Right? Because if you go into it emotionally connected to that money, you're going to lose it. Yeah,
if you go in predetermining and pre-accepting the loss in your head, if you do end up actually losing, it doesn't really mean shit. But that doesn't mean you should be so set, sight set on losing that you have a mindset that you're going to lose. Just have the mindset that you don't care if you lose, because you know you're good enough to make it back, right? Obviously I'm a good trader because I was able to make that money. I just made a huge mistake and learned from it. And so I'm going to be able to use that mistake in the future to help me succeed.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Everything you said was great. Everything you said was good.
If you will.
Let's talk about...
Guys, me and Jack are going to drop a course for about $5,000 if you guys want to subscribe.
Okay, so that's going to be great. But let's talk about... these emotions. You probably were feeling damn, I had everything.
Oh yeah.
Nothing, right? Your emotions. Tell us what your emotions, what was going on through your head, exact moment.
Oh, so I'll replay the exact thing that went down. So basically I'm the day before this I made $5,000. I had $5,000 I could have got a payout with, or I guess I needed to wait a little longer, and then I made $2,000 the next day. So I was sitting at $7,000 in the account, and I was like, holy crap, I'm really good at this. And I worked all summer, right? I worked 4 days a week all summer at this college mowing lawns and stuff. And I was I just made double my summer money in 2 days. And I'm felt really good. And I'm I could make 14 times my summer money if I risk all my profits right now and do it. And so I did. And I remember sitting there and the trade didn't hit. And I was just sitting there and I was I was literally just sitting there, holy crap, that actually just happened. Like, I've been following my trading plan for like a month straight and never went off of it, and I've been super profitable. And then this day I decided to go off of it just by 2 extra trades and a little extra risk, and it messed up my whole month's worth of work. So obviously I need to definitely lock in a little more with like the amount of work I need to be putting in and stuff like that.
So you're saying that this really just made you realize how important it is to stay with your emotional part of trading in your guidelines.
Yeah, facts. Everyone who gets really good at something undergoes something so extreme that they learn a huge lesson from. Like this, losing $7,000 in like 4 minutes on the charts. That shit sucks, dude. Obviously, I'm going to learn from that. I will never be risking more than a daily drawdown on an account. I don't know why I did that. That's just stupid. I will never be risking more than a daily drawdown on an account, let alone more than like 2% on my account balance.
So, question. I know when I was going through the same thing you did, I blew my account, right? And I kind of went to this funneling, like just downtrend, like just like in my emotions, and I almost just felt like I was constantly looking at the charts, constantly looking for moves I can do, constantly looking for ways to make money. Like if I could capitalize the word money, it would be right there. Because like the thing is, the worst thing you could possibly do going into this whole trading mindset, what you want to do with trading is
rushing
the word
it.
money. Like you can't be focused on the word money if you want to be profitable. Because if you're going to be chasing the money, chasing everything, right? There's a lot of people that want to make a meme about like, oh, chase the charts, not the money, but it's actually true. You can't actually do that.
Do you feel like, honestly, like the hard part about trading is that some of the days, like you putting in minimal work actually ends up being the most work. Like not trading for a day might make you feel like physically and mentally feel like you didn't do anything that day and you're not working hard enough. But that's the part where with trading, it's actually what you need to do to like, it's what you need to do. You need to do that stuff in order to succeed, even though it might not feel like the right thing sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So that is actually really good. I think that was really well said.
And people try and rush the process and stuff because they think they need to be working hard all the time. Obviously you need to work hard, but sometimes working hard doesn't look like being on the charts all the time. Sometimes working hard, it means being able to get on the charts, lose $1,000 and get off within 1 minute and not care about it.
Or looking at a red folder news day and saying, I am not going to trade this, and you actually don't trade it.
Yeah, like simply just looking at the news and being like,
that's discipline.
Yeah, that's discipline. Just being able to look at the news folders, and if it's red, I'm not going to trade. And even though it feels like you're not putting in the effort, actually doing the actions definitely speak louder than the effort, right? Even if your actions aren't a lot. I mean, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I feel like that this is going to teach, this probably is a big thing for everyone, right? People probably went through these events, and this has happened to a lot of people.
100%. There's people who have messed up way worse. It's just how well can we bounce and learn from it?
Yep. How much can we get back up?
And how bad do we want it, bro?
Mm-hmm. See, now that Wolfgang, right? That's my cousin Wolfgang, right? You're gonna come back from this, right? And you're gonna just realize, like, you're gonna be, say you take a trade, right? And you're like, take Wolfgang's trading, for example, right? He's got these 2 good trades, and right, he could lose a $500 trade, right? And he could either have 2 choices, right? The choice was, right, full port the account, get the money back, right?
It's facts, though. It's true. The choice was to revenge trade and try and get the money back,
or come back and have the
discipline,
opportunity to come back the next day and get to trade again.
Facts. I need to be able to have the mental discipline to understand when to leave, and I definitely learned how to do that shit with that experience. I
think another thing too is thinking ahead, or not just thinking about right now. Like, I feel like when most people trade, they're kind of focused on what's happening now.
Yeah.
Right? Especially when they're losing trades, it's like, I want this now. I want the money now. I want everything now.
And me and Jack both understand. Me and Jack have been doing this long enough. To be honest, me and Jack haven't even. Jack put me onto trading, and we probably it hasn't even been a full year yet. But just the amount of time and effort that me and Jack have put into trading is probably equal to someone who does medium effort and works at it for 5 years. That's why me and Jack have learned so much, and that's why we are basically profitable, and it hasn't even been a full year, is because we're able to learn so much. And me and Jack both understand that this isn't going to happen overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme. And that obviously, like with trading, it's just it's the long game. It may not be the most, like appealing thing or, the most like safe thing to do, but in the long run, if you can get really good at a certain skill, obviously you're going to be good at it. Like NBA players, right? The NBA players aren't in the NBA because they decided to shoot a basketball 3 times one day in high school, and then they just went to the NBA. They worked on it. They put their life, their soul into it all throughout high school, all throughout middle school probably is when they started, even earlier, followed it into college, and then ended up where they're at.
So yeah, that's great. It's kind of just like this mindset. You have to be delusional about your success. You have to just say, I failed, but listen, if I'm going to have to, in order for my success, there's going to at least be some like low points, right? And take, for example, Wolfgang was at his high point. He thought he was about to just make it, right? He was about to become profitable, get all this money, right? And then it just brought him to this low point where he is at now. And you have 2 options at that low point: is you can give up. You can give everything up, right?
Hell no.
This is it. This is why am I even doing this? My mentality is fucked. Or you can get back up and say, learn from it, right? I did this wrong. This is what I did wrong. Own up to your faults and say, I'm not going to do these again, and learn from it, right? Because that's all you can do to become a better trader, a better person.
Yeah, we just got to be constantly learning, and we are doing that right now. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens this year with you and me, bro.
Yeah, I feel like big things are going to happen. I feel like everything's going to click this year, next year. It's going to click eventually. And
even if it doesn't, I'm still going to keep going. I will work a 9 to 5 to support my trading.
Yes.
And then once the trading pays off,
this is where all addictions start. Everything to support this. But listen, like, there's a gambling side and the gambling.
Yeah, some of you guys may think we're some degenerate gamblers, which we aren't. Actually, we were at one point. Everyone starts out like that in trading, right? Because obviously you get when you're pressing the buy and sell button, your brain gets a dopamine rush, and you're like, oh my shit, this is awesome. But like after a while, when you learn how to follow your set rules, not click the buy and sell button so much,
it's supposed to be boring.
Yeah, if you're profitable, you're good at trading when trading is boring and it's like not fun for you anymore. Which I'm honestly not there yet, because as you could see, I felt like awesome. I felt like I was on top of the world when I made $7,000, which a really good trader makes $7,000 and they just shut the computer and go on a walk like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So obviously I'm not at that point yet, but that just comes with like lots of time experience.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I feel like, going back to like, trades, most of my trades are made when I get on, right? I'm literally not scanning the charts. I get on, I see that boom, prices going up. I don't overthink. If you overthink the charts, then the chart's going to beat you.
Facts. All you need on the charts is map out high time frame, daily, 4-hour, hourly, order blocks, fair value gaps, and liquidity sweep. Mostly just liquidity. That's basically it. And then you scale to the smaller, wait for break of structure or fair value gap, and your take profits are at smaller time frames like fair value gaps and liquidity.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I made a video just like 2 days ago talking about, like, it was just kind of like a 2-part video about me the night before marking out how I mark out stuff. And it was just me marking out like the low time, like the 4-hour liquidity and the 1-hour liquidity. I'm like, hey, if this goes and pushes past this liquidity, my full-on bias is probably going to be bullish because it's breaking these structures, right?
Yeah. Honestly, we just need to wait for an extreme amount to have the trading be considered not gambling and be good at. You need to wait for an extreme amount of confluence that price is going to go in your favor. and then enter off of it with good risk management.
And
which that's
so
100% doable.
yeah. And I just marked out something on my computer. It's just liquidity, if you were wondering, Wolfgang.
What is this?
It's so if you go in the 5 minute, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of see all like accumulation where I took my trade.
Oh, on this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look to the left of it, there's that kind of tiny doji, white like bearish doji.
Yeah.
That's where liquidity lies, right?
Yeah.
And what I've been noticing about some of my trades is that I kind of look for a sweep most of the times, and you can kind of see these reactions off of this liquidity. Here. And this is a good example of why you shouldn't just sell right when you see this kind of reaction, because look, if you can see,
it could have dumped further down, but you waited for confirmation to break above this most recent high and then go up.
Yeah, which is good. I like to call these liquidity runs. There's two that I call liquidity sweeps and liquidity runs. The difference is liquidity sweep will react and initially grab all that liquidity and go down. And a liquidity run is where it just doesn't take that liquidity into kind of perspective, and it just keeps disrespecting it and going up, which I kind of took the perspective.
Dude, this this morning is a perfect example, like the trade you took of the AMD strategy. That's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And like if you look on the 5 minute, right? Let me mark out market open. Market opens at 9:30, and you can see it all happening pre-market. You can determine what's going to happen throughout the New York Stock Exchange open based off of pre-market price action a lot of the times. So like right here, we're accumulating. Price just stays in the same range, right? It's not doing anything in the same range. There's all these orders being built up. There's a bunch of people trading, retail traders, all this. And then we get the manipulation, which this is maybe some really rich hedge fund trader or some institution just manipulating the whole entire accumulation range and stopping out all those people or, filling orders. And then after the manipulation, it just starts the huge up move. And that's a huge part of just trading in general, is learning learning to be able to recognize when manipulation is happening and how you can get in on the manipulation after all the retail traders are manipulated. That's why you need to have patience so you don't become the one manipulated.
When a girl tried to manipulate me, but I read manipulation for a job.
Facts. Straight up.
Okay, so I wanted to say something here. And what a lot of people might take into consideration is like I failed multiple 50K accounts, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of I actually handled it very well in my opinion. I took a whole month to kind of just reroute my brain into saying like, you suck initially, like you just failed that account, but
yeah, you got to be able to tell yourself like you need to be doing better.
You need to be doing better. You need to be following these trades, right? So I took a whole month off, and I fully kind of just went back to paper trade, even though like I've been doing it for so long. It's just boring. Like it's just completely just pointless in some like perspective. But I did it because I wanted myself to learn why like I did these things wrong. So
yeah, it's good. It's what everyone needs to do to be able to learn to work.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think I really because I feel like initially like writing out your notes is good, but I encourage everyone that's getting into trading to do what me and my cousin are doing and making videos.
Facts. Because even if people aren't watching them or anything, right, who really cares? But talking it out manifests the things to happening. If you talk to yourself, exactly. I know it sounds crazy, like me and my cousin are like schizophrenic or something, which we might be, but who knows? But like, when you talk to yourself, like it's manifesting all those good things you're saying, right? You talk to yourself every morning. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, today I'm going to do this, this, and that, and I'm going to do it with a good attitude and all this stuff. And then when it comes to that, you actually do it. And it's all because when you woke up in the morning, you manifested it by speaking.
Mm-hmm. So, and I feel like wording out your success and your kind of all your kind of just bad trades and good trades is really good, because it kind of just verbally tells you what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, fake it till you make it, basically.
I know. And I don't know. I feel like this video. I mean, I'm enjoying it. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate some more videos like this because it's just like I don't know. It helps me and probably helps Wolfgang kind of just talk about why they took their trades.
Yeah, facts. I didn't really explain
let's talk about what trade you took.
The trade I took was on Tuesday. Let's see.
Okay.
It was Tuesday at 9. Yeah, it was right here in like this kind of choppy downtrend area.
Oh, was it around 8:30?
9:30. It was around 10 to
what
Tuesday, December 10th. You can go on the 5-minute and see it's just like a choppy little down thing before an uptrend.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So the initial trade I took was there was a 4-hour liquidity sweep. I don't know if you could see that. I just circled where the price action where I did that, but okay, yeah. So there's a 4-hour.
I liquidity back so far, dude.
Anyways, so 4-hour liquidity sweep, I think. And then we get a 5-minute break of structure right here.
Oh, I do see that.
We get a 5-minute break of structure right here. With this one candle, I waited for a fair value gap entry, and there was a 5-minute fair value gap after the break of structure. And I entered when it came into that fair value gap and then just went right to my stop loss, but that was what I risked all 7,000 on. So, and I should have just been kind of making more common sense because we're in a clear uptrend. So even if there was a 4-hour liquidity sweep, like I should just be understanding that we're in a huge uptrend right now and price could just continue to rip to the upside.
Because higher time frames,
higher
power.
Yeah, exactly. That's why me and Jack start on the higher time frames and scale down to lower when we do our technical analysis. Mm-hmm. We use the technical analysis and we use the daily 4-hour and hour to find out where there's going to be huge reactions, and then we go down to the smaller time frames to figure out how to get a perfect entry for those big reactions.
Yeah.
But basically, me and Jack are going to make it if we just keep working hard. Doesn't matter what it is. You're definitely going to be good at it unless it's like actually like dude, I just found my headphones. Unless it's like actually gambling or something like that, which this is, but the difference is me and Jack have a set plan about how much to risk and when to be trading. And if you just lock in on anything, guys, it doesn't even have to be trading, but if you lock in on anything you're passionate about or you like, eventually you will become a master at it. There's a thing called a 10,000 hour rule. After 10,000 hours of work put into something, you are considered mastery at that. And me and Jack definitely haven't put 10,000 hours worth of work in yet, but eventually it will happen. And yeah.
Yeah. I think I took 2 trades Tuesday.
I didn't.
The trades I took were like you said, in that kind of downtrend area before that big break upwards.
Uh-huh.
I was in the same boat as you. I kind of was like, okay, we're going to be bearish, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So I took a trade, and it was a tiny trade, right? It hit my stop loss pretty quickly. Didn't risk that much, right? So I'm like, okay, let me rethink this. And initially, I then mark out some 5-minute highs and lows, and it keeps breaking these highs, right?
Yeah.
And I mark out this kind of bigger, this kind of taller, bullish candle in this kind of downtrend area.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be either a liquidity sweep or liquidity run in my mind, right? I'm using this kind of liquidity sweep, liquidity run manipulation type of thing.
Yeah.
And I see this kind of white bearish candle come down, right, as a retraction. And then I see this candle go right up. So I'm like, okay, now it's going to run. So from there, I took my buy, and it's up, up from there. Barbecue chicken from there. So it went up.
Barbecue chicken from there.
I didn't hit I didn't set a take profit, which was very dumb of me.
A lot of my trades, I didn't hit take profit. I took out early before take profit because, like, I would notice something. I would kind of overthink and notice a new area where I'd think price would react off, so I'd take out, but then it would end up going to my original one. So I need to work on that.
That's great actually that you said that, because I've dealt with the same thoughts. It's really emotions play a big role in that. Like,
We literally just need
Bunch
to be
of-
robots and not trade with emotions and follow the trading plan, which it's so easy to say, but it's so hard to actually do. But we'll do it.
Exactly.
You want to talk about tomorrow's trading?
Yeah. I'm gonna say one more thing first, though. It's
Okay.
like, when you guys are trading on a funded account, please just trust yourself, right? Because the worst thing you can do is say, "Wait, did I do this correctly?" Just if you're good, if you are in a funded account, you initially should be profitable. You should know what you're doing. So if you're going in there, you're like, "Damn, I didn't do that right." You probably did do it right. You're just kind of saying, "Wow, I don't really want to lose this money."
Yeah, you don't
It's
have
just
confidence in yourself, and you're attached to the money.
That's all. It's connected to the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about tomorrow's trading.
Yeah, so tomorrow on Forex Factory, I'm looking at Forex Factory. Tomorrow, Thursday, there's
PPI.
red folder news at 8:30, which market opens at 9:30. So it all just depends on how big that affects it, because today there was 3 red folders at 8:30, and if you look at today's price action at 8:30,
Great.
it really wasn't like, it kind of just added to the sweep. Like, it wasn't that insane. At 8:30, I need to look. Yeah, it really wasn't that insane. It kind of just added to the sweep in Confluence, but it all just depends. Like, if these, oh, my knees hurting. If these red folders really mess the market up, obviously we probably shouldn't be trading.
Yeah, exactly. So for tomorrow, we've got 3 in the morning, which probably is going to be a big deal.
There's also some. Wait, what'd you say?
I said, just don't trade around 8:30. No
Yeah.
trade around 8:30.
Facts. Also looking at liquidity on the 4 hour, right? We just swept some like small 4 hour highs. Do you see that way over?
Yes, I do.
But we're also ripping in a clear uptrend. So
this is 2 options here, right?
And there's go for it.
Liquidity sweep or liquidity run?
Liquidity sweep or liquidity run?
Yeah. So if this pushes this candle, well, these 4 hours go back up to where everything is at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna most likely be bullish, but if it keeps ripping down, I'm gonna be most likely bearish.
Dude, my knee is so swollen, Jack. Like, it's huge. I just looked at it. I just lifted my pant leg. It's huge.
I saw this.
But you're right. Yeah. So going into tomorrow, it just depends. If we, I'd probably be bullish. Mm-hmm. Just based off of this right now, we do have a 4 hour retracement anyways. So I'm sure there's some retail traders trading Asia Shessen right now, and they're hitting longs, entering longs.
But this is pre-market, so this isn't our final answer.
Yeah.
This is just us.
A little guesstimate.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty chill.
We can go down. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to the 30-minute real quick and see what's going on. Well, prices in a 30-minute fair value.
Oh yeah, facts.
Not affecting it at all. It's kind of just playing around in it.
Facts.
You see now that I look at it, the trade I took earlier was in a 30-minute fair value gap. Great entry off a 30-minute fair value. You see that?
Oh yeah, those smaller candles down low. Yeah.
And then there's those.
Oh no, I see it. The most. Yeah. The 8:30 candle created the fair value gap.
Crazy entry on the 9:30 candle.
Yeah, that's good.
But see, these are going to be picture perfect setups, and you're not going to have these like always.